we're gonna start with the East region first. All right. So the East region is right here. We got Duke is Siena as the 1 versus 16. Ohio State, TCU as the 8 versus 9. St. John's as the 3 versus 12. Kansas 4. Cal Baptist is 13. Louisville as the 5 versus 11. South Florida, Michigan State goes against North Dakota State as the 3-14 matchup. UCLA takes on UCF as 7-10, and then UConn takes on Furman as the 15 as they are a 2 seed. So with that, let's talk about it.
I don't see a ton of upsets in this region. I don't think.
They say Kansas, this is the bracket of death, the region of death, because of so how many great teams it is.
I mean, Ohio State was red hot to end the season. They defeated Wisconsin handily a couple weeks before the tournament. They hung right with Michigan in the Big Ten tournament as well. So I think I would take them over TCU in that game. Northern Iowa is interesting because their pace of play is so slow and their defense is so rock solid that could give St. John some headaches. I think Cal Baptist, they could give Kansas a couple problems, especially if Peterson kind of takes some plays off and doesn't really play that hard, which he's been accustomed to doing at times this year. Michigan State, I'm not super high on in this. You need shooting, and they don't have 3-point shooting on that team. They're not a bad team, and they'll obviously win round 1, and they'll probably win round 2, but I don't have them going much further than that. And then UCLA as well. I like UCLA. I think Donovan Dent is going to make a big impact. I think they could give UConn some problems in round 2.
Okay, I'm going to start from the top. Duke, easy. Ohio State, TCU. Listen. People are going to say Ohio State, but TCU is not bad.
That's what I picked. Okay. I picked TCU.
They are not bad. I'm leaning towards TCU in this game. I don't know why people are sleeping on this team.
I don't
they
trust
are not
Ohio
bad.
State.
I don't either. They look good defensively, but offensively they struggle. So they held Michigan.
Gives Michigan headaches. I got to give some credit to.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was going to say. They have Michigan, on the ropes, but can't trust their offense, bro. Their defense, yeah, it's legit, but their offense, I'm not sold on yet. Now, St. John's, I've been watching them all year against Marquette. I mean, their offense is great, but their defense lacks a little bit. I'm not too familiar with Northern Iowa, but they're able to kind of execute that defense a little bit and go after that defense as much as possible. I can see a little bit of an upset here, but I'll take St. John's there. Kansas, yeah, I don't think they lose that game either.
Kansas is one of those teams where no matter what you pick with them, you're going to be wrong. If you pick them to go far, they're going to lose early. And if you pick them to go out early, they'll go far. That's how it is every year with them.
I don't think they'll beat St. John's in the next round if they make it that far, but it would be interesting. Louisville versus South Florida. I got South Florida. Call me crazy. Every sport that I watch with South Florida, it doesn't matter if it's football, baseball, basketball, it doesn't matter. Their offensive ability on every stage in every sport is ridiculous. And South Florida has a fantastic offense. They switch great, they pass great. The ball movement is all. They don't have like a one dominant player. I think all their players in their starting lineup, especially, is really good. South Florida can pull off an upset here. I'm kind of opposite of you here, Chris. I'm pretty confident in Michigan State. I'm not even gonna lie. The reason being is because I value defense. Okay, but you also, like you said, they don't have 3-point shooting, which is it struggles. You have to have guard play, and they don't have the best guard play, but that defense that they have, I mean, that could win them some games. And I think they're going to win round 1. The Louisville or South Florida, I don't think that their offense is good enough against this Michigan State team. But I can see it going in either way. But I think Michigan State definitely makes it out the second round, in my opinion. But yeah. What were you going to say about that?
I'm going to raise you St. John's from last year. Everyone was so high, me included, on their defense last year with how impressive their defense was. They didn't have any shooting, and they bowed out early because of that. I'm getting 2025 St. John's vibes from this team a little bit.
I can understand that. I just think, but this Michigan State team definitely has better offense than that St. John's team. I don't know if you agree with that, but I wholeheartedly believe that they have a better offense. They don't have a great like elite offense, but it's good enough to win them games. That's why they're the 3 seed, you know. So
I still have them going to the Sweet 16. I think they beat either Louisville or South Florida. It's just there. I think they're going to run into problems. Once you get to those points where you need lights out shooting,
right.
like you need guys to catch lightning in a bottle sometimes in those games, and I'm not sure if they have someone to do that.
Yeah, So yeah, actually, I was gonna make one later.
Well, we're actually breaking that down right now, Pops. This is the 3 people we got right now. Everybody else got work. So what we doing right now, my guy?
I'll make a
Welcome
bracket.
to adulthood.
Exactly. UCLA versus UCF. Man, that's kind of a tough one to me, man. I'm gonna go.
7
UCF.
10s and 8 9s are basically flip a coin for me most of the time. Like
I'm gonna
in
go
one bracket,
UCF.
like if I make more than one, I'll pick 1 and 1. And
Obviously, as you
whatever
see, I got
happens.
Michigan State on. Everybody knows that I die for Go Green and all the athletics. That's my dream school. So I'm Go Green for everything. But like I said, they don't really have the best shooting. But when it comes to Izzo and March, for some reason, whatever they were doing bad in the regular season, they always seem to turn it up in the NCAA tournament. They've always been in the Elite 8, Sweet 16 for the past 15 years. I haven't seen them be not advance or win a tournament game or go to the second weekend pretty much since I've been alive almost, except for maybe 1 year in 2021 when they were in the first 4, got bounced by UCLA. But that was about it. But like they say, death taxes and Michigan State in the tournament and Izzo in the tournament. So I will say you cannot count Michigan State out at all. But the crazy thing is they will have to face UConn to get to the Final Four, which is
not fun.
But UConn struggled over the weekend in the Big East Championship. They have some offensive struggles themselves. Like, I think in this bracket, I don't think Duke's going to win the whole thing, but you got to go with Duke, I think, out of this region.
That's fair to say. That's what I was thinking.
I mean, yeah, but
I mean, who's beating them, Nas?
I don't think anyone's like you can't really pinpoint anyone beating them, but like if they face like a scorching hot like St. John's, you know how they can get. I mean, seriously, if we see St. John's turn up these first 2 rounds and then face Duke in the Sweet 16, I mean, what's to say that they don't win that game?
The reason I got Duke coming out of this region is because what I seen, how good they can be, and what I saw against Michigan State.
I know.
I mean, not Michigan State.
Those best teams don't last, man. Those best teams struggled down.
My problem with Duke versus those other teams is Duke can play a C game, like a C graded game, and beat St. John's. St. John's has to play an A+ game to beat Duke.
Which they're capable of doing is what I'm saying. Their defense is capable.
I mean, they are, but it takes so much to beat a team like Duke. Like I said, I don't think they're going to win the whole thing. I think someone else is going to win the whole thing, and I'm going to reveal who that is when we get to that region. But I don't see anyone here being good enough to beat Duke. I think every team here has at least a little bit of a struggle that Duke probably won't have. Like that Duke can exploit said flaw, and they'll be able to get through this round get to the Final Four.
The reason I think they come out of this region is because of what they did against Michigan, how they played Michigan. They could play, they could win it all with that game that they played against Michigan. That team right there that played like that can win it all, can beat anybody in this tournament. Now, obviously, they have games where they take games off or where they doesn't look like Duke, but their C games, like Nas said, are still better than majority of these teams in the tournament. And by the time they face an Arizona or a Michigan State or UConn or a Iowa State, if they come out of that region, or Houston, by the time they face those schools, they will probably be warmed up and already have their A game ready to go. And I just believe that they're the team to beat besides Arizona. Arizona was really good.
Well, I think we all can agree UConn's going to win their side. So
Most
Fair enough.
likely.
It's fair to say.
I think they beat Michigan State. I mean, that quadrant, I think UCLA will beat UCF, but
I
they
don't
might
think they
give
stand a chance against UConn.
they might give UConn a headache, but they're not going to win that game.
They're not going
just
to win that game. I think Michigan State has the best chance in that side, but
Yeah,
I would go UConn personally. But
same.
that's the East region, I guess, right?
Yep, that is the East.
Who do you got?
region.
So who do we have winning let's come to an agreement here. Out of the East,
I got Duke.
East region, we got
I got Duke. Out of the East.
I hate
want
to
an
go
underdog,
chalk,
man.
but chalk was all 4 of the Final 4 last year. So
I'm gonna go. Look, man. Call me crazy. It's either UConn or St. John's for me, man. I'm going. I don't know which one. I'll stick with UConn for now. But I'm telling you, St. John's. I've been watching them all year, man. I don't know what it is. Their offense. They love to. They get scorching hot. So we'll see.
Fair.